like it is just going to deliver each and everything. Let's suppose they are working from the very beginning, they are finishing all the tasks, and they are reporting those tasks through some mails or something as per the development logics. Those bots are scalable for the virtual workers as well, and the deployment was done in the servers, which we also often talk about VMs, means virtual machines. What are the features for that bot? So their work orchestration was there. I was talking about orchestrator, what UiPath has developed, right? So the orchestration means there will be a centralized cloud portal from where all these things will be coming to in the picture. Okay, so there the centralized robot management systems are there. Let's suppose we are deploying any bot to orchestrator. I am right now saying orchestrator many times, but don't confuse right now, because you will be learning orchestration and orchestrator kind of things later. So just understand this term orchestrator. Orchestrator is nothing but just a cloud platform. It's a centralized way just to manage all your automation things. Okay, now the robot performance analytics are there, because once you will be just having a basic knowledge of orchestrator, you will be having a logs, and we know all how the logs are looking like. Means let's suppose if we are designing a bot and we are putting the logs, that means it will be saying that okay, at this point of time the bot has started execution, in this point of time the bot has done this execution, after this the bot has done this, after this the bot has done that. So those kind of things are there, and once the execution will be finished, the bot will log it like the execution has been ended or something. But this log message are also configurable. You can just write anything as per your wish. In this RPA 2.0 as well, there are some limitations, like there are manual controls are there for few I can say scenarios, and the managements of robots are not that good like cognitive RPA era or the autonomous RPA era. The managing screens and system changes, those kind of things are also there as a limitation. So that's why we are coming to RPA 3.0 era, that is the autonomous RPA. Here also the objective is quite same, like end-to-end automation, the scalability, flexibility, so those kind of things are there. And the deployment was there on VMs, means virtual machines, and again now it is coming as SaaS. SaaS is nothing but software as a service model. Means you can use a software as a service. You don't need to do means full payment, or you don't need to just purchase the whole package. You can just use certain parts of that particular package, and you can just pay for that only. So those models are known as software as a service model. So features are like auto scaling, means we are having some scope. Let's suppose some other day some other organization is coming to us to the means autonomous automation developers, and they are saying that okay, we need to scale it up, right? So in this era, so there the bot development was in this manner, that we are having some window for them just to scale it up in the later phase of the development, or later phase if those bots are in production as well. Okay, so now the dynamic load balancing things are there, some context awareness, all these things are there, and there are advanced analytics models and workflows. If once we will be having a complete knowledge in the next session on UiPath workflows, so you will be having how many types of workflows are there. So I am not going very detail into those, but you will be having every day UiPath is going above and beyond, and they are launching some different things. And again, it is same for workflows as well. Previously we have some 4 types of workflows, now we are having 7 to 8 types of workflows. So you will be having the guide of that in the next sessions as well. So the limitation of RPA 3.0 was, so we couldn't do the processing of some unstructured data. So that was the limitation we are facing in RPA 3.0 era. That's coming to us in the RPA 4.0 era, that is known as cognitive RPA. Here our main objective was we need to use machine learning models and the artificial intelligence inside our bot, so that our bot can do many things that was not done in this 3 era. Okay, so now the bot is intelligent enough to catch many more things, as it is having the artificial intelligence and machine learning. Again, the deployment is same, it is having the VMs, it is having the SaaS model and cloud as well. So the features is Here there's the limitation for processing unstructured data that is coming as a feature in the RPA means 4.0, that is cognitive RPA, means we can now process the unstructured data very well. Okay, so now the automation task that involves some judgment that is also done, like sentiment analysis. Let's suppose you are having a customer portal and the customers are providing some of their input, some of their I can say that they are providing review. Then you don't need to go one by one review to just to understand that okay, a customer is saying good, bad, or it's neutral. You can just deploy a bot just to analyze this. That's why we are including artificial intelligence and machine learning models into RPA. Okay, now we are having predictive and prescriptive analytics. Again, it's the feature of artificial intelligence and AI. Okay, so those features are also incorporated into RPA nowadays. So that's why we are having this many features inside RPA. Okay, so that's it, how the RPA has been evolved till now, and we are currently having cognitive RPA. So as of now, we have described what is RPA, what how the RPA has been evolved, what RPA actually is, or what RPA actually isn't. So that's a recap, and now let's go for the next slide. So we will be having a concern that we are doing all these tasks without any human brains. So there must be some benefits. That's why we are using RPA, because we don't know that whether the bot will be doing the things correct or not, though we are just assigning a bot to do our daily task. So that's why we need to know what are the proper benefits of RPA we can have from a RPA bot. So the first one, if I talk about, it is a reduced cost. So let's suppose you are having a organization, and if you are having employees, let's suppose 10 employees are there, and you are putting X amount for each one of them. So you are providing 10x. But once you are implementing RPA inside your organization, so the initial cost will be higher side. Let's suppose you are providing, let's suppose a 4x amount. Okay, but after that you don't need to pay the RPA bots anything. Okay, that is your proper gain. So that's how it is reducing the cost while you are implementing RPA in your industry. Now the second one is boost productivity and morale. Let's suppose your employees who are working a rule-based task and a repetitive task daily again and again, so it is quite boring kind of job. So every one of us doesn't want a boring job. That's how, if the boring jobs are allocated to RPA robots, then your employees can do other productive tasks, and that's how they will be having high level of morale and their productivity will be boosted. The third one is improved scalability. Let's suppose if you are having a RPA bot, as we already discussed it, we are having some window just to scale the bot in the future, right? So let's suppose your employees are working on that, and you are having 10 employees to do one task. Then what you need to do, you need to set up some calls, you need to deliver the KTs to your employees just to understand, you need to review again and again. But once your RPA developer is doing the scalability for your bot with the next set of steps for the scalability, now your bot is completely enabled with all these logics, all these parameters to do next set of activities what are there as a boosted product. Okay, so now the fourth one is minimize errors. We all know about human errors. Human errors are termed when a human person is doing any certain job and they are doing some errors because of something like let's suppose he or she is feeling sleepy, there is some rust, or that's why they have made some errors, right? But once we will be implementing the bot will not be doing such kind of errors. Okay, so you can just expect that the bot will be error free, or the bot will be doing no error. But if we are talking that, okay, so let's suppose the bot is having, let us assume that okay, the bot will be having errors, but those will be in the minimized part. Okay, so that's how the bot is minimizing the errors. Number 5 is managing workload functions. So let's suppose if your employee is working for any particular task, and someday they may feel hectic, they may feel sleepy or something, so then on that particular day they will work less, and some other day they need to work more, just to minimize the fluctuation of his or her work. But if you assign your robot to that work, then that robot will not be feeling sleepy any day, that robot will be feeling sick any day. So every day that bot will be delivering you certain amount of job, so there will be no workload fluctuations in your organization once you will be implementing your bot. The second sorry, the next one is maximize ROI. Anyone knows the term ROI? Anyone heard or know properly what is ROI?
Return of investment.
Yeah. So the return of investment is, let's suppose you are providing X amount, okay, and you are earning 5x. So your return of investment will be 5 times of your investment, right? So in this manner, as I mentioned in reduce cost feature, so here we are providing less amount, but we are having the same amount of returning, so the ROI will be on the higher side. So that is again one of the benefits of implementing RPA. So the next one is complete task in record time. If I say that, okay, so you need to complete thousands of PDFs, you need to read it, you need to extract some data, and you need to put it into a Excel. So you will be taking, let's suppose you are working hard, so though you will be taking, let's suppose 20 to 50 more days just to, and based on the data in the PDF. Okay, so but if you implementing the bot can do your task. I can say that 1/10 of the time the bot will complete the task, or it will do more than the task you have done till date. Okay, so that will be done by the bot within an hour. You can just say that your 3 or 4 days or more than 10 days of work can be done by the bot in one day. So that is the capability of our RPA robot. The last one is protect sensitive data. Once you are working with some credential, let's suppose you are handling some bank credential, you are handling some other credentials of some sensitive data are there. So if you are using it, we humans have the brain and we humans consume the data, right? We will be just, if you don't want to remember it, but some parts of the data can be remembered by you. But if you are implementing RPA, the bot will not store your data, the bot will not remember your data to use later. That's why you can just protect your sensitive data by implementing RPA robots. Now let us just see that what can a RPA bot do. So if you see this particular cell-based image, so RPA bot can fill any forms, it can log into any website with the credentials provided by you, it can open any email, it can save the attachments as well, it can scrap any web, it can make any kind of calculations. When I am saying calculation, it's not 2 plus 2 sum 4. It will be huge number of calculation you can be done by the bot. So, and the next one is it can extract any data from the files. It can read and write to any databases. It can also connect to any server, any application. It can also work on the systems like SAP. It can work on the Oracle. It can work any third-party application or web-based application. It can post any social anything on social networking sites what you are currently using. Let's suppose you are just trying to write anything on LinkedIn or anything on Facebook, Instagram. The bot can do instead sorry, on behalf of you. It can also move any files and folders from one place to another, and the bot can do each and everything you want. Okay, so the capability of a RPA bot is huge. You don't have the imagination what an RPA bot can do. And nowadays, including AI and ML models inside a RPA bot, the capability of a RPA bot has boosted many times. Now, let us see the RPA market trends. As per precedence research, the RPA market trends is like in this chat. Okay, so here if you see on 2020, the total market size was 2.09 US dollar, but if you see on 2030, they have predicted that this scale will be around 23.9 billion USD. So here we are having in this phase only 2023, so here it is showing for 4.3 US dollar. So you can imagine this number is around 5 times or more than 5 times, around 6 times. So you can just imagine that how big this amount will be. So once this amount will be big, so RPA professionals like RPA engineers, RPA architects, RPA designers, RPA managers, so those all will be getting involved into this project on which this means huge money will be executed on. Okay, so everyone will be having a scope just to earn by learning RPA. So now let us just have a look that RPA tools and leaders in the market, what the RPA leaders are present as of now in the market. So this report is provided by Gartner. Gartner is you can say it's a rating agency which provides the rating like SEBI, what SEBI does for the financial cases, right? So Gartner is doing the same kind of job in this RPA market industry, and it has given 4 segment, and that is known as Gartner's Magic Quadrant. Okay, here Gartner has mentioned leaders, visionaries, niche players, and challengers. So here, if you see the list, Gartner has mentioned UiPath on the top as a leader, and apart from UiPath, there are many things like Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, Microsoft Niche. These are presented by Gartner as leaders. If you see the visionaries, there are Pegasystems, APN, SAP, Salesforce. Those are mentioned as visionaries by Gartner. Okay, if you see the challengers, there are WorkFusion, there are Samsung SDS, all these things are mentioned as challengers. And here, the known term here, if you see, the IBM is mentioned as the niche players. Niche players means they are not doing the overall automation, or they don't have the proper ecosystem for automation, but they are going with a certain domain, or they are just, you can just think that they are just having a small lane inside this RPA industry. Anyone having any doubt or any clarification till now, or want me to recap something?
I have one doubt.
Yeah, sure.
I was following your sessions. You have mentioned in the benefits of RPA, right?
Yeah.
It improves the scalability.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you mean by exactly scalability, in the sense speed, or how? I did not get
No. So what the meaning of scalability is? So scale means, let's suppose you are let's suppose you are building a one-story building, right? Okay, so now the scalability means now you want to build 5-story building. Okay, so that is the scalable thing, means from 1 to you are going very above and beyond to 5-story. So that is known as the scalability. So let's suppose for RPA development, now you are working with let's suppose 2 or 3 web applications or third-party applications. Now in this someday later, your project team is saying you just to increase the scalability of the bot, so that the bot can process many more things, and it needs to just develop or access for, let's suppose, 10 web applications or third-party applications. So the having the scope to develop in that manner is known as the scalability. Is it clear now?
Yeah, yeah. And also what RPA cannot do, slide. Can you go there? You have mentioned that paper processing, right? What do you mean by exactly that?
Sorry,
What
can you please
what RPA can do?
Yeah, proper the other day where we were showing RPA can do and RPA cannot do. So that take. But to answer your
Oh,
question,
sorry. Yeah,
Sindhu,
please carry on.
let's go back to that take, Apurva, to the slide.
This one.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
This one is
yes.
not about RPA can do or RPA can't do. It is regarding what RPA actually is or what RPA actually isn't. Means what is the scope that are coming inside RPA. If you are developing something, let's suppose you are using Paytm, you can't say Paytm as RPA. Okay, so that is the meaning. Let's suppose you are working with some car washing machines, those can't be termed as RPA. It is not regarding what RPA can do or can't do. It is regarding what RP actually is or what RP actually isn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here the second point, physically existing machines, paper processing the paper.
Mhm.
I did not get that.
Okay, so let's suppose there are many machines in the market. If you just look at car washing machines, so you can have some kind of robots. Okay, so if you are having some paper processing robot, that is another machine. So what we are talking, any physically existing robot that can't be termed as RPA robot.
Okay. Yeah,
Got
got
it?
it. I yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
most welcome. So
I have one question.
Yeah,
okay,
Krishna.
In the same slide, what is RPA is and not. That in RPA is it mentioned that a cross function and cross application macros.
yeah.
What it is? Can you
Okay, so let's suppose you are building some macros. So macros means the Excel macros, right? How Excel macros is writing. So Excel macros will be written in such a manner that if you don't know the VBA macros, right, then what a developer or what a person can do, then he or she can do in this manner. They can record, and the macro will be having those recording, and it will be building an internal code. Based on that, the macro works, right? So in that manner, if you are doing some other functionalities through some cross application macros, let's suppose in macros you are just capturing some data, you are opening something. In macros there are different functionalities as well. So let's suppose you want to open some other Excel, you want to capture in one Excel, you have written the macro. From another Excel, you are just trying to fetch some details from that particular second Excel. So you are working with cross two other Excels, right? Those are not linked or related to each other. Then we are talking that as the cross application or cross functional. Got my
okay?
point? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And another thing, pull from a SaaS.
SaaS is software as a service. Means
So,
you software as a service means you will be given the software with a package base. Okay, so let's suppose particular ecosystem is having 10 to 15 number of particular applications. Okay, so now, but you don't want those 10 or 15, you need only 3. Then what you will do, you will just pay for those 3, and those 3 will be provided to you as a service. So that's it, software as a service.
okay. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, so we'll be having a Q&A session, but just for having some break, we have taken some question. Okay, so now, yeah, now let us see the RPA job markets. Is this a good picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now let us just see, after having some knowledge on RPA or after becoming RPA developer, so you will be some kind of Durga. Okay, so you will be having some other jobs in RPA market. You can have a job as RPA developer. That means you need to develop RPA robots. You can be there as RPA consultant. The role of a consultant is you need to consult with your client that what will be good, what will not be good, those kind of things, as well as you need to develop something for the client. Okay, the third thing is RPA administrator. RPA administrator is that person who will be having all the admin access to provide to some RPA managers, to RPA developers, and those kind of monetary things will be done by the RPA administrator. Now, the fourth one is RPA business analyst. The business analyst is none by the bridge between the client side and the developer side. Means business analyst will be there in discovery phase, in design phase, all, and after getting all the information from the client, he or she will be passing that information to the developer that, okay, you need to do this kind of thing in this manner because client wants in this manner. So that is the part of business analyst, and that's why we called business analyst as a bridge between the client side and the developer team. Now, RPA technical lead. Technical lead is again a senior role who will be having some good insights on RPA and that proper tool knowledge, and he or she will be having a team just to manage, and again he or she will be the developer as well. Okay, RPA engineer is similar kind of role as RPA developer exists, and RPA solution senior developer is same kind of role like RPA technical lead. Okay, but here the person may not have a lead role, means may not need to handle some team, but he will be it is again a senior position, and he will be treated as a senior developer. Let's suppose in any organization, you know, junior developer, senior developer, so those kind of term also used as RPA solution senior developer. The next one is what is the main, that is RPA solution architect. He or she is having extensive knowledge on that particular tool, and apart from that tool, he or she will be having knowledge of other tools as well. And the role of RPA solution architect will be, he or she will be there just to provide the design how a solution will be working, what will be the initial stage of the solution, what will be the middle stage of the solution, what will be the final stage of the solution, and how we will be delivering that solution to the client. That is the role of RPA solution architect. So now RPA business use cases. If we look at this picture, RPA business use cases provide many provide the use cases from many domains like customer service, like you can say a call center job, accounting. It can also take any other use cases from financial services. It can also work with the doctors in healthcare or the paramedical staffs. It can also go with the human resource. Let's suppose you are just submitting your profiles, your CVs, resumes to the HR. Now HR needs lot of time just to verify each and every particular resume or CV. So instead of that, the HR can ask the RPA team just to develop a bot, so that, and nowadays, as I mentioned earlier, that we are having cognitive AI ML models inside RPA. So the developer team can develop a robot that can also just suggest the human that, okay, as per the requirement, this particular profile is okay to be hired. Okay, so that will be reducing the human resources job, means the HR's job. Now the next one is supply chain management. So if you know the things like SAP, Oracle, so those are the things which are used in supply chain management, right? So the RPA can be implemented on that domain as well. And as I mentioned earlier, so RPA can work with Oracle, SAP, and any other third-party applications or web applications to just to have some rich insights and rich productivity on the supply chain management domain. If I go next, so now let us understand the selection of a process of RPA. Means let's we have many processes, but how we will be knowing that, okay, so for this process we need to implement RPA, and this process we will not be implementing RPA. So in this slide we will be learning that. So that's why we have written candidates for RPA. So some basic logics, what will be the key factor to decide that this will be a RPA process, this will not be a RPA process, by these factors. The first one should be rule based, means it should not be a random process. There should be a certain rule that, okay, if we are having this condition, then we will be doing this part, otherwise we'll be doing that part. Okay, that is called rule based, and this rule based thing should be there in RPA, means that process, so that we can implement that process through RPA. The second one is high transaction volumes. Let's suppose you are having only 2 PDFs in a year just to verify. Then you don't need to implement RPA on that on those 2 PDFs, because this is not a high volume transaction, right? So you don't need, because If you just develop RPA, it will be time, it will take much time than to verify manually, because only transaction volume is 2. So that process will not be considered as RPA process. The third one is low exceptions. Let's suppose you are having one process where there are many numbers of exceptions, means only exceptions, and exception means the process is full of exception. Then what you will do, you will not go to that process just to implement RPA. The fourth one will be stable and well-defined process. If we are implementing RPA for a process, let's suppose that process is implementing any web application, and that web application is not stable, means the selectors are changing the UI element. Let's suppose if you are just seeing that is this as UI. Okay, let's suppose here the first day in that application you can see rule based. Now on the third day you can just say that here it is mentioned and low exception. On the fifth day you can see in the same place that it is saying low system change. Then this is not a suitable platform to go with RPA, because many of the times you need to change the logics of your robot just to implement those kind of things. So it is not suitable to go with the go for that application just to implement RPA. That's why we need a stable, like SAP, Oracle. Those applications are very stable, and if you know that okay, this process and these functions and the applications which are involved into this process is very stable, then only you can go with the RPA implementation for that particular process. The third one is low system change. It is again quite same kind of concept. So as I mentioned, so if you are having some changes like the UI elements are changes, other things like the login procedures are changes, so those kind of processes would not be taken into consideration, or they are not the suitable candidates for RPA. The last one is if we are getting structured readable electronic inputs. What we are meaning by electronic input, if you just look at PDF, so there are two types of PDF. One is your digital PDF, that is known as electronic PDF as well, and the second one is scanned PDF, means the PDF version what we are getting in image version, right? That is known as scanned PDF. So but nowadays, as we already mentioned, that nowadays there are huge capabilities of RPA bot just to implement those things as well inside RPA, so we can go with that one as well. But it is suitable just to go with structured data that is readable, and that will be a electronic input, means a digital input. Okay, now let us rank the process to automate. So here the process is, let's suppose we are having many processes. There are 5 processes, let's suppose. Okay, so we need to just here we have mentioned 3 processes, or let's suppose there are 3 processes only. Okay, so here what we need to do, we need to just mention the process name. You can just replace this process 1 to 3 with your process name, and again you need to provide the parameters to go with RPA: rule based, high transaction volume, low exception, stable and well defined, low system change, structured data, readable electronic input, those kind of stuff. Now you rate those processes based on these parameters. Rule based, now you are saying that okay, for process 1, you are just giving a number to the process 1 based on rule based parameter, and if you are giving 8 for the second one, you are giving 9 for the third one, you are giving 8, and based on these parameters you just put a number as per your judgment, and now you will be having a total sum. And for the process 1, the total sum is 42, the second one it is 46, and the third one is 48. So as per your judgment you have put the number over here, and now you can clearly say that process 3 should be going fast in the RPA implementation, because it is having more suitability for the RPA implementation, and you are having this prediction through this kind of table. You can also input any other RPA parameters you can just think of here, and if you have the total sum, and you can get that. The last one for RPA is RPA life cycle. So RPA life cycle is same as any software development life cycle. The first stage is validation and concept. If you have any process, you need to just validate that okay is suitable for any RPA process. The second RPA implementation, actually the second one will be that is known as the zeroth condition. The second one that is marked as 1, that is for planning. Now you need to know that how would you plan just to implement that process. The third one is analysis. You need to know that how to start, how to end, those kind of things. The design part will be done by your solution architect, and he or she will be responsible just to say that okay, in this manner we'll be implementing, the login will be in this stage, logout will be in this stage. Those kind of design will be done by the solution architect. The fourth one will be the implementation, means the developers will be developing the bot and they will implement the actual solution in working condition. The fifth one will be testing and integration. Here, that particular solution what the RPA developer has done in fourth stage will be tested properly and integrated. Now it will be going to the sixth stage, that is deployment and maintenance. Now those developers and the solution architects and the business analysts all will be there just to deploy that package into certain you can say certain uh, cloud, or you can say in VM as well, just to deploy that. And for cloud, UiPath is having UiPath orchestrator, and after deploying it we just need to maintain. For maintenance we'll be having a separate team to maintain that. Now let us go inside UiPath. Now what UiPath actually is? UiPath is nothing but a RPA company, and it is basically a software company having a RPA ecosystem that is providing some solutions from the very beginning step to the very end step of a RPA journey. Okay, this UiPath, the ecosystem builders are Daniel Dines and Marius Tirka. These are the two persons who developed this solution of UiPath in 2005, and they are based on Bucharest, which is the capital of Romania. Now let us have a look. This is not required, but as we are going to become RPA developer with UiPath, so we need to know the journey of UiPath. So that's why I am just mentioning it. So the journey of UiPath has started in 2005. In 2005 they have done some basic things like screen scraping, those kind of things are there, and it was founded in Romania, as you can see over here. In 2013, so UI automations had been implemented in UiPath platform. So anyone knows what is UI?
User interface.
Yes. Okay, so the user interface is if you are seeing anything in a web portal or something that is having a proper element with proper values just to become a unique element on that particular page, that is called the UI. Okay, so in 2017, so they have launched the studio, they have launched the orchestrator and robots. These three are the primary things of for a UiPath developer. In 2018 they have implemented the OCR capabilities. OCR means optical character recognition, means let's suppose what we are seeing, computer will be computer or the UiPath robot will be having the same capability just to say that okay, this is C, B, this is C. So those kind of capabilities are called OCR. Once the system will be seeing it and it will recognize the character. In mid of 2018 and the very early of 2019, they have also implemented the AI computer vision, and in 2019 they have implemented AI fabric just to include some basic AI capabilities. Early of 2020 they have started process mining. This is not required for a basic RPA developer. This is again a different tool from UiPath ecosystem. And in the mid of 2020 they have just launched a concept, human in the loop. Human in the loop is useful when we are having a hybrid model of robot. Okay, so here they have also launched the test manager for UiPath in 2020, and up in the latter phase of 2020 they have also implemented a next set of studio that is known as UiPath Studio X. UiPath Studio X is for basic level of development, and who is having less knowledge or having less technical background, those people will be having UiPath Studio X just to use UiPath features. Early of 2021, Automation Cloud was launched, and it was launched. UiPath has launched UiPath apps as well, and till date, UiPath has launched many more. We'll be having in the next set of screens. Let us go with the next slide. Here, if you see, once we talked about UiPath is a fully automated enterprise platform. Why we are saying UiPath as fully automated enterprise solution? And if I remember correctly, so in the pre-session, so we are talking, Anubhav had a question, and we are talking that okay, UiPath has the more capability than any other platform, and that is why we are calling UiPath as a fully automated enterprise solution, because these are the phases of a software development life cycle, or a RPA life cycle. If you see, discover, build, manage, run, engage, these kind of things are there in a software development life cycle. For every certain step, UiPath has its own product. For discovery phase means where we need to just think about, okay, so for this process we need to go with automation, for this process we don't need to go with automation. So for discovery phase, UiPath has automation hub, task capture, process mining, and task mining. So these are not related to any basic level of RPA developer, but we'll be learning later phase. So for build, UiPath has developed Studio family. So Studio family is having Studio and Studio X. Studio is for the advanced level of developer who is having technical background, and Citizen developer, and Studio X is for Citizen developer who is not having quite technical knowledge, or you can say that they are not from the technical background. They can use Citizen developer module, that is the Studio X. And they have also having document understanding, integration services, and marketplace. Marketplace will be having in this session only, so I'll be just showing you later. In manage section, they have orchestrator, that is a cloud platform and centralized platform just to manage all your packages, all your robots, all your machines. So this is the central platform to do all the set of steps you need to do for managing. The second one is test manager. So we will just discover it later, but this is not inside this Automation Vidyalaya scope as well. So AI center, data service, insights, so these things has been delivered by UiPath as a managed service. The next one is run. To run anything, so let's now we are just developed any UiPath robot, we have something, we are going with some different flows, anything, but we need to run that particular flow. So that's why UiPath is having its robots. Robots are the primary things just to run any UiPath development we have done till now. Okay, so as I mentioned, there are three types of robots. So that is attended robot, unattended robot, and there is no, you can't see here any hybrid robot, because hybrid robot is not a type of robot, it is a collaboration with human. That's how it is termed as hybrid robot. And these are the test robot. Test robots are used when we will be having some testing things, so then we can use this test robot. Now we are coming back to engage part. For engage, we are having UiPath apps, we are having UiPath assistant. Once we'll be just having UiPath installment, then we can just have a look on assistant as well. Action center is a advanced model where, let's suppose, there should be human in the loop. Okay, so now what the action center will do, the bot will be do certain kind of steps, then it will assign the next set of steps to action center, and action center will be notifying those kind of steps to the business owner, or the particular person who is I can say that who is just involved in that particular process. And then we can have chatbots. UiPath has also developed this kind of things, and here you can just see that how UiPath packages can be delivered to you. There are automation clouds, so we will be having automation clouds later in the slides. Okay, so automation suite, so here UiPath platform will be delivered in a single piece, and there will be contained as a suite, and we'll be having multiple solutions over here. And the UiPath individual products, I was mentioning about SaaS, right? Here is that concept. UiPath platform will be providing based on your requirement. Let's suppose if you want any individual product out of this 16 to 17 products, you just require for that, and you need to you just need to pay for that. You can just use that. So that is coming in the way of individual products, and it is again coming in the SaaS model, software as a service. Okay, so here once you will be there to be a RPA developer from the very basic level, you just need to go with these three components. That is Studio for the development purpose. Here you can just design your workflow, you can just develop anything you want with UiPath Studio. Orchestrator is for managing your robots, your machines, your packages, your processes, all these things. You can also trigger from there, you can also schedule it. So for that reason Orchestrator is there. And I was talking about robot, so robot is there for execute your automated flow. So this is here how the UiPath 3 components are working together. So let's suppose we are developing something in UiPath Studio. Once we are developing something in UiPath Studio, we'll be having that as a project. Now we need to publish this project to UiPath Orchestrator. Okay, so here once we will be publishing that project to UiPath Orchestrator, you will be there. It will be there as a package, and now it will be combined with any folder as per your requirement, and now it will be coming as a process. Means package plus UiPath folder. It can be default folder, it can be modern folder, it can be any other folder as per your wish. Once you will be learning Orchestrator, you will get to know in a deep way. So then that is termed as process. And then what a human need to do once you are having a process, now you need to execute it. So what a human need to do now, so as per the attended robot, the human will just trigger the assistant for a particular process. Assistant will just pass the signal to orchestrator, and now the orchestrator will be executing that particular robot, and now the robot will be finishing your job, and you will be having a meaningful required output. That's how the three core components of UiPaths are working. Okay, so here that is UiPath Studio for the project building, here the process building for UiPath on UiPath Orchestrator, and here the UiPath assistant that will be mainly required to execute UiPath robot in attended automation. Okay, so now start the game. So here will be,
before we go, Apurva, sorry
yeah,
to interrupt, but anyone has any questions or something before we do that? We will happy to take it up. In the meantime, any questions from anyone?
Yes, I have one question.
Yeah.
Two things, that is one UiPath Studio, another thing is UiPath Studio X. Studio is for who have knowledge in development, where I can develop the process or that. But who doesn't have any technical knowledge, they can use Studio X. What is, can you explain it with any example like?
okay. So once you will be going with UiPath Studio, so you need to create variables, you need to remember everything. Okay, so let's suppose you are having technical background. Okay, so you in Studio you need to provide the syntax, whether it will be VB.NET syntax or it will be C# syntaxes. Okay, so you need to write that. But once you will be going with Studio X, so those kind of things are already there for you. You just need to, let's suppose you are developing something in Studio, so you just need to you are just doing a string manipulation, so you need to do all these things over there. You need to write a syntax over there. But once you will be going with Studio X, so that is not for developing in like Studio. Okay, so that is not for enterprise level of process automation. So it will be something to do your own task. Let's suppose you need to there are many connectors as there, you need to just want some Teams chat, you just want to reply someone on Teams chat, you just need to do something. So the things will be, once you will be designing those steps, so you can have all these things pre-available. Okay, so it will be showing you that, okay, you have connected to this, we have connected to that. Those kind of things will be pre-available for that. That's why you will be requiring less knowledge to handle UiPath Studio X rather Studio. Okay, so but once you will be having practical knowledge on Studio X, then you can just compare on Studio and Studio X. Okay, but I'm just saying theoretical, so it will be difficult to understand or difficult to visualize, but it will
Or
be in that
rather,
manner. Yeah.
yeah, or rather,
I
Krishnendu,
I used a studio, means I started as a course on UiPath. I
Mhm.
used studio, but studio is another different IDE type, right?
Yeah.
so
Okay.
Krishnendu, the point is UiPath as a product, as a company, very committed to take this RPA to technical and people with a non-technical background, because this is entire community, right? So with that intention, time to time, these capabilities were built up and developed. So if someone is having a program knowledge, very technically sound, then for them, Studio is the best place to go. But as someone who has more of a like non-technical background but interested to do RPA, and that's what very interesting about UiPath. So that Studio X is there. So it's for two different experience level of individuals, but and to reach the larger audience. So those two are existing in the market.
Okay.
Hope we were able to clarify.
Yes,
But
yes,
yeah,
yes. Okay, thank you.
Apurva, you can log into the studio, but in the meantime, if anyone has any question, feel free to chat. Feel free
Sure.
to ask the question. Yeah.
Sure.
Hello,
Hi.
Hi.
sir. Can you go to this slide where you are explaining rules for RPA procedure?
Rules for RPA procedure. Okay. This one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Uh, Actually, sir, can you explain the last point, structured data and readable electronic input again?
Okay, sure. So let's suppose you are having a web application, okay, where the data is mentioned. Let's suppose there is one particular set of data where it is mentioned and table. Okay, so what UiPath can do, UiPath can just grab the data and it will be having as a data table. Okay, so that is a session of structured data. Let's suppose you are having the same screen and the data is mentioned in same way, like the name, here it is name, here it is, let's suppose, roll number, here it is location. And how can you just get to know that what is related to what particular thing, right? So that is called as unstructured data. So once you will be going with RPA, it's better just to go with structured data. But nowadays there are capabilities to maintain those, but as per the basic things, you need to go with structured data just for RPA implementation. Does it answer to your question?
And one example, Srikant, I am not sure, but we have multiple examples, right? The forms that we fill, we know in a different section, what are the heading, what is that we have to fill in there, right? So that is what we mean the structured data. So we know the location, the section, what exactly we are filling.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. Okay, so to install UiPath Studio and plugins, so let us go to Chrome. I can't see anything over here. There is a bar. How to
So
minimize it? How to
in the
minimize?
meantime,
Okay, no problem. I'm trying to do it. Okay. Let me stop sharing and come back again. Okay.
Everybody, you want to open something?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so let me share my screen again. Okay, is my screen visible now?
Perfect.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, so what we need to do, so here on Chrome, we need to write cloud.uipath.com. Okay, if you see cloud.uipath.com. Okay, so here we need to go. Mrityunjay, if you please share the link with the audience.
I did already.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
great. Okay,
Go ahead.
so now every one of us has Google account. So now let's go with Google. Here we need to just click on our account. Okay, so once we'll be clicking on that account, now we'll be having this page and it will be saying to create an organization. Let's click on it, and here it is having my full name. I need to just select my country, that is India. Okay, I need to select my state. I'm selecting West Bengal, and I need to click on next. I need to put any organization name. So I am just giving Automation Express. I'm giving a random name. Okay, I'm just clicking on create organization.
And if you guys want to do this together, feel free to open the link.
Yeah,
and
sure.
you can follow what Apurva is saying, and we'll be happy to assist if you have any questions, if you're stuck in between.
Yeah. So once we will be there on Automation Cloud, so it will be saying greeting for us. That's a nice part. And now we need to go in this section. Okay, so now there is a download button. Here we need to click the download option. Oh, I think it is there.
Yeah, and if anyone, if you are able to create your account, you can give a thumbs up in the chat.
Yeah. Okay, so somehow this is not opening, but just click on download. You just need to download and you just need to save. But just to reduce our time, so I have already downloaded it. So let me go inside it. Yeah, here will be the package. Okay, so you need to just go to here. Okay, so this is the package. You need to just open. Okay. Oh, because one particular thing is running. No problem. Okay, so we'll be having this option now. So we will be going with the recommended option. So that is quick as well. So I just need to click on accept. I need to click on install. Probably I have clicked multiple times, so that's why it's coming.
What is for enterprise and advanced users?
So for this one, you need the license, okay, and it will be a paid version, not a
Okay.
community version.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not working. I don't know. Okay, it has started installing.
There is a question from Solomon, and he wants to know how to do that on a Mac system.
Okay,
Any-
so yeah,
Go ahead, go ahead.
okay, so for Mac system, you just need to follow the same thing, and you will be having the you will be having the package based on your Mac OS. Okay, so and then you need to follow the same procedure just to install that. The installation procedure is same.
Not sure, Solomon, if that answers your questions, whether you get that option. But if you're having challenges, feel free to drop us an email, or maybe we'll look at, and we'll definitely will be with you to help that out. We have another question from Rishi Kumar, and the question is how to install that on the Linux system. He is having a Linux Ubuntu operating system.
Okay, so for Linux, I don't have any visibility as of now, but I haven't tried it. But I think it will be same. You can just try, and if there is any
just question to Rishi. Rishi, is it? Are you looking for the command line installation? Because that's what I'll be more interested to understand. Looking for a package, and you want to install through a command line. Is that what I understand? Correct? Okay, command line is a terminal. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, thanks, Mustak. I was about to do that, but yeah, great. Rishi, Mustak has shared you the link how to do that. But if you're having any challenges, feel free to connect. Thanks, Mustak.
I think my system freezed. I don't know.
Downloading it already. My own downloaded as it's telling me there's no application to open it. Did you hear me?
Oh, you did the installation, but nothing is opening up, is what, Solomon, you're trying to say?
No, after downloading, right, I want to open it so I can install, right? I click on it.
Oh, you are not, okay, when you open this exe, you're not able to see anything. It's not coming up, is what you, okay.
Yeah, so it's showing me it's an MSI format that is downloaded, right? Do I need to use command line to install it?
If it's an MSI installer, Solomon, you can double click on that. It should start on its own. But if you're familiar with the command line to install anything, that is also okay. In both way, it should work. But we just want to understand, do you see any kind of error, or there is nothing is coming up on your screen? Like the one that we see right now, it's trying to install for Apurva. So do you see anything on your screen?
So it said there is no application set to open this document, UiPath Studio Community.msi.
Okay.
Search the App Store for application that can open this document, or choose an existing application on your computer.
It's MSI, but it's not. Just trying. Just hold on, Solomon, a moment. Let me see. Because it's a Mac system, and MSI is more on the Windows side. Let me check on this quick.
Okay, someone said it's not supported on Mac OS.
Mustaq, okay.
Joy, just one question, one suggestion.
Sure,
So can you
sure.
please go with leave this installation? Can you please just share the links with the students and have a visit with them? And I am just coming back because I think my
Sure,
system is
sure.
freeze. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
got
just
it.
leaving and I am connecting back. Okay, and then we'll be
Yeah,
having the installation.
sure, sure. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solomon, I think what I read, what Mustaq has posted on this, it's a problem, but yeah, we can check on this with the UiPath community team, and let's see how we'll be doing that.
Okay, I think I'm saying, let me follow what it dropped at the chat here. Let me see if that can actually help.
I have one question not related to this. Can I add?
Yeah, sure, sure. Go ahead, Sandhu. Yeah.
So are you also discussing about the RE framework in these sessions? Are you going to cover that?
Sindhu, this is this series is a fundamental series, and RE framework is, of course, comes with the advanced level, and we will have those sessions down the line. But for this 12, this is more covering the fundamentals part of it.
Okay, okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Rama will be sharing those once the sessions are completed. We'll be sharing the recording. That's for sure. And to everyone, I'm sharing the UiPath Kolkata community link. Feel free to join. I'm also sharing the UiPath generic community where you can join, you can post your questions, and there are very good discussion going on within the community. The fellow members, we are helping each other. You can look at your use cases, and we are encouraging all of you to join if you are not part of the community yet, but feel free to join. So here are the two links. The first one is for the own Kolkata community that we all are part of. And the next one is the global community. There are many sessions, those are being organized by different communities across the globe, which is what we both mentioned during the initial session. Be part of that, you'll get invitations, join, and get your experiences, you share your challenges and experiences with the audience. Yeah. While Apurva is joining back, let me share with the marketplace link. Hold on, give me a second. So this is a quick link to the UiPath marketplace, and it's actually a repository of like pre-built components which we all can reuse for our purpose. So if you're a developer, or if you're a solution person, or maybe if you're a student, doesn't matter. It's a very good place to explore. Time to time, as things are progressing over the years, we see very good solution product component. Those are available, which saves your build time. You can reutilize those. You can explore that forever. So these are the quick links for that.
Hi, Joy. So, hey guys, I am extremely sorry. I'm still facing the issue, and I am unable to leave the call as well. So it's hanged. So no issue. So we can just have the installation. I'll be there just to show you the installation in the next session before the next session will be starting off. Okay. So what we can do right now. So I will be sharing a link. Joy, if you have the link handy, can you please share the YouTube link as well, just to install the thing. And let me just give the installation link. Just allow me 1 minute. Okay.
Apurva, I shared the link already.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, so guys, if you have any questions, so we'll be having it later. So we just need to go with the quiz now. So
Yeah.
just for the UiPath swag. Okay.
Right.
So
and before the quiz, let me but before the quiz, one thing that we would like to share, again, this is a series of 12 sessions. If we are not going to complete something on a session, we will definitely follow up. So we encourage all of you to attend those 12 sessions, because this is not that specific time that we're completing. We are targeting to make you understand. If something is not working, we will make sure we are covering in the next day, which is what Apurva just mentioned. So that's our encouragement. Please be with us for all those 12 sessions to get the entire benefit of what we're planning to do that. And let me share the link, Apurva. Yes, you can share your screen, but let me also ping that here.
yeah, sure.
Sanku, we would prefer you to go through the studio. If you're asking about Studio or Studio X, we would happy to go with the studio.
Okay, so let me present my screen for the quiz session. Is it visible now?
I am able to see it.
Okay. Anyone else can confirm?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, fine, great. So let me tell you the rule for this quiz. So for this quiz, so you need to select the correct answer, whatever we have just discussed till now. So the questions are from there only. You need to just select the correct answer and answer it as soon as possible. Based on that, you will be having some points, and based on that, we will be having the topper of this quiz. Okay, and this quiz is played in Mentimeter. So Joy has already mentioned the link to you, and the topper who will be chosen by Mentimeter based on points, so we'll be giving a UiPath swag to you. Okay, so I am playing the quiz now.
Just before that, I hope everyone is able to open the link.
Yeah, if
यहाँ पे
anyone
code
is,
मांग रहे हैं.
yes,
They want to code kind of
I,
code.
I shared a code. Let me type it again. If somebody has missed it, let me type this again. Showing can't open. Okay. Let me open
I
it
can't
from
see the
my.
code yet.
yeah, if you see the screen, the code is on the top. This is the code.
18878225.
Yeah.
Guys, one more thing, please give your proper name, okay, so that we can have a clear winner over here, okay, and it will be helpful for us just to provide you UiPath swag.
So we are nearly 48 members now. So 34 are already there, 31, 34. All right, so maybe we can start, Apurva, and
If anyone is having difficulty, please let us know, otherwise we'll just start the quiz, okay.
yeah.
All good, everyone?
Yeah, let's do that. We have all nearly 35, 36 members. All right, here we go.
Okay, fine. So here is your first question. Great, everyone has voted. Okay, so yes was the answer and no was the wrong answer. Somehow we got 2 in no section, but no problem. In the next question you can do better. Okay, so let's have the leaderboard now. Okay, as of now Satyajit is on the top. Here is your second question. Great. Yeah, all got correct. Great. Okay, now Rama is on the first position. Now let us go with the next.
Good, good, good.
Great. Wow, we have a mixed reaction over here. So
Yeah.
we have mentioned that UiPath Studio is there just to develop our RPA robots.
And just like Apurva, like what Orchestrator does, what UiPath Assistant does, maybe because we are on the same page, if you just reiterate, so
Sure,
that might
sure.
be helpful. Yeah.
Sure. So what UiPath Studio is for, UiPath Studio is there just to develop our build process. Okay, so if you are doing any development, you will be doing that on UiPath Studio. UiPath Orchestrator is a centralized cloud platform where we'll be keeping all our machines, all our packages, all our process, all our credential, all our assets. So those kind of things will be there in UiPath Orchestrator, and it's a managing portal. Okay, it's not for development. And UiPath Assistant is there just to help us in attended automation to run the robot. Okay, so this is the use of UiPath Assistant.
Thank you.
Most welcome. So let us see the leaderboard now.
Wow. Good, good, good.
So Nirvik is now on the top position. Okay, great. Great.
All right. So Nipik, Dave, Abhijit, Arav, good.
Okay, so again a recap. So we mentioned that the name itself is suggesting that attended robot means it needs human attention or intervention. Okay, unattended means it doesn't need any human interaction or intervention. That's why unattended robot doesn't need any human intervention.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, now
Now
Dave
Dave is
is there.
leading.
Yeah.
Great, great.
So we got 3 top positions for three.
Yeah.
Sorry, 4.
Arijit, Ram, Arav, guys.
Okay, so let us go for the last one.
Yeah. Do it. Do it. You have chances.
Okay, so as we already mentioned that any physical robot is not part of RPA, so that's why car washing robot is not part of RPA. Okay, so let's see the leaderboard now. This is the
Yes.
final leaderboard, guys.
Yeah. We could have taken the vote, right? Would be.
Yeah. So Dev Agarwal is the winner for this
Dave,
session.
congrats. Congrats so much. And I can see Arav also, he picked up. That's great.
Yeah, Dev won.
Satyajit is doing it. Okay. But yeah, Dave, congrats.
Yeah, and Dev, please mention your mail ID in the chat box. So we'll be keeping it just to deliver your UiPath swag, but we need some time to complete these sessions, means the complete series as well. Then we'll be delivering it to you. Okay. Please mention your email ID in the chat box. And you can also take a screenshot of the screen and you can promote in our social media. Okay, so that's it. So now let us have some question if you have anything.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you everyone for joining in. I know we kind of extended the session, but thanks for staying with us of this late. Yeah, if you have any other commitment, feel free to drop. But if you have any questions, we are there for a couple of more minutes and we'll be happy to take that up. And I'm sure Mustaq is already with us. And guys, he is one of the, I would say, or rather I would say from the Kolkata community, he was the first person who took the in-person session. As a very experienced professional when it comes to UiPath RPA domain. He's also with us. So yeah, we'll be happy to take up your questions.
Guys, any question, any doubt? If you want, we can just speak in Hindi or Bengali as well.
When is the next session?
Tomorrow.
Continue. 12 days I have classes.
Yes. No. So without weekend, so we will be having the classes. So we'll be having from today to Friday, then Saturday and Sunday will be off, and then we'll be having from Monday to Friday again, and on the 1st July it will be again, I think. So but you just need to skip Saturday and Sunday, and please complete registration for all the days. Okay, so many of you who have just joined today, so many of you haven't registered for the next sessions. You have only registered for Automation Vidyalaya, but you just need to go to Automation Vidyalaya main page, and then you just need to fill all this means other. Yes,
let's bring that up, Apurva, because there is one more question from Rama saying not able to register after 20th. So let's open that pretty quick.
Sure.
And then just to go through that.
Okay, sure. Here, let me just, I can see it.
Do you want me to send you the link?
No, it's fine.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so this is the UiPath community, and let me just log in.
Hi Apurva Bhaiya.
Hi.
Did you remember my mail?
Hey, we'll talk later.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so here, if you just go for Kolkata.
It's there in the Automation Vidyalaya, I can see that.
Yeah, okay. So here, oh, sorry, here, not here. So you need to, okay, so you just need to come here. And here you will be finding the Automation Vidyalaya. Okay, so you just need to click on here. I don't know what is happening. Every time I need to refresh it.
System says Apurva, take some rest.
True. Okay, so here this is the main. Oh, again it's there.
It needs every day to register.
Yes, for every session you need to register. Okay, so today that session has gone for. So you can do one thing. You can just go here. I don't know.
So the community link
details.
Yeah.
Click on view details.
Yeah, so here what you need to do, I have already done, so that's why it's showing like this. So once you will be going with a new login ID, so you will be having a registration link. Okay, so you just need to register for each and every event. Okay, so for tomorrow you will be having a session on UiPath Studio itself. Okay, so we'll be having the download of UiPath Studio first, then we'll be discussing about UiPath Studio. Okay, so and you will be having a new speaker, new moderator from UiPath Kolkata community. So for every session you need to do that. And please don't miss it, because you need to become an RPA developer. With one session you will not be becoming an RPA developer. Okay, so please just register for all the sessions present in UiPath for Automation Vidyalaya main event page. You will be having 12 sessions.
I have one question.
Sure.
After 12 days, what is the result of all of those things? I think that I learned from you. RPA is a very vast thing. So that is not a complete in a 12 days. So if I am going to increase and maybe every day I give him 2 hours every day, and after I have interest on this, and what about next?
Okay, got it. Thanks for asking this question. So here, what we are talking that, okay, RPA is vast. Okay, forget about those things like other things like orchestrator now, other things like task manager, other things like any other RPA tool. Just concentrate on UiPath Studio as of now. And every day when you will be having some learning from us, and the curriculum is vast, you just need to visit UiPath Academy as well. From tomorrow itself, you will be having UiPath trainings on UiPath Academy, and you will be having diploma certification. When you are receiving diploma certifications, it will be helpful for you when you will be there for an interview for any other organization, right? Or you can show it in LinkedIn. You can just go with your diploma certifications for looking for a job. Okay, and now after completing these things, we'll be providing hands-on every day. For today there is no hands-on because we are going with the free things. Okay, so you just need to develop codes every day, and once you will be done, so after 12 days you'll be practicing it, and in these 12 days we'll be covering each and every aspects of basic development. Okay, and this is the starting of your journey. Okay, and you will be having the guidance from us each and every step. Got my point?
Yes, but after 12 days, what is the no?
You
What is
need
the
to,
next step?
yes, so you need to
So
practice
that's
it.
why I need. Yeah, I can understand that
Mhm.
you have trained us 12 days continuously. I can
Yeah,
understand that. But after that, what is the next? You know, what is the next step for us?
See,
Because
what I okay, let me
where
answer.
can I learn
Yes,
deeply all of those things?
I understand. So there are two things. One is in the chat group, I already shared you the UiPath Academy. Okay. Why we encourage UiPath Academy? Because once you create a login, there are different learning paths. UiPath Academy content are up, like they update the like different learning path whenever there is a new tool, new process, and it's an updated process. The UiPath Academy has video content as well as different example for anyone to do a hands-on. What we recommend, once the session is over, and we will be introducing you the UiPath Academy in each and every session, go to that academy, go to the learning path, follow different exercises which are mentioned so that you can gain the experience that is required to do like a real-time job or something. So the next session, or rather the next phase for anyone, would be to get yourself familiar with the tool, the UiPath Community Edition and the tool, as well as different example and exercises, so that you can get the practical experience to apply wherever you want to go with. Does that answer your question?
Sorry, but maybe I am not able to explain my question, so that's why maybe I have problem. My question is that I am learning 12 days. That is enough, and I am studying as a basic thing. I know you are helping me step by step. Every time you guided me. That is okay. But after 12 days, my question is, after 12 days, uh, uh, I can learn UiPath community, or who
Yeah,
supports us?
that is see
That,
that is
the
what I
term and
shared.
condition? What is the term and
After,
condition? So
see, after 12 days, so that is the first thing that you need to do. First thing is that's why we are encouraging you to log into the UiPath Academy. Okay, why Academy? I mentioned that because yes, I also agree. This 12-day session is to get all you to familiar with the UiPath, how to work with that. But once you are part of this academy, your continuous learning is going to be there. The reason is time to time the UiPath functionalities, products, they keep on changing. That is one. Number two, once you are part of this UiPath community across the globe, there are different such sessions are being conducted. So let's say after the fundamental session, if you want to gain more experience in a particular area, you can look at those sessions and you can register and you can join that. And then you can ask your questions and clarify. Once you're, like I said, once you're part of the UiPath community, once you're part of this academy, your continuous support from the entire community is going to be there. So whether it's a Kolkata community or any community in the world, everyone will be there to help you out, to help in your career journey. Okay, this is just a starting, and we are here to help you to get yourself familiarized with the platform, about the community, about the academy, but this is going to take you further down the road. Right? So after 12 days, you being part of the community, joining those sessions, from the, at least from the Kolkata community, we meet in person time to time. From the UiPath Kolkata community, we also meet virtually time to time, where we discuss about different topics, different ideas, scenarios. This is one such initiative, this Automation Vidyalaya, why we all thought that we'll be doing, so that we can take this RPA UiPath to a larger community and audience. So such sessions, such thing is always going to be there. So we will be there to help you out. All your community members will be there to help you out. Does that answer the question? I'm not sure, but
yeah, that's it.
All right. So thank you everyone for joining in, and thank you Apurva for this session. And we will meet everyone tomorrow. And yeah, you have a nice night, and people who are staying in a different location, you have a nice day, and we will continue our discussion. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much everyone for joining.
Thank you.